Hello guys, it's Ultimate Gamer KA back again with another episode of Pikmin 2. In the last episode, Tanner was here and we explored Awakening Wood, went to the White Flower Garden, and we discovered White Pikmin. We also defeated the Burrowing Snagret and got the 5-man knapsack, which is probably the most useless item in the game. Anyway, we also got the sphere chart, a spherical chart, whatever the heck it's called, and it opened up the Perplexing Pool. So now we're going to be heading into the Perplexing Pool. Now, while this isn't my favorite area of the game, this area definitely has my favorite caves of the game. The caves in this area are very unique. Okay, so starting out the day, I suppose I'll get out all my white and purple Pikmin. And I'll add as many reds as I can get. And this is actually my first episode of Pikmin 2 where I'm alone. I don't have Nick or Tanner with me. In my previous 3 parts, I actually had Nick and Tanner with me. Well, for part 1 and part 2, I had Nick and Tanner, and for part 3, I had only Tanner. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I need to check some. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, well, there's a story I want to tell you guys, but, first, this is very important. Yellow Pikmin. Look, off in the distance, wild Pikmin. Can you see them, Captain Olimar? They are yellow Pikmin. You encountered them when you crashed on this planet, correct? It would be most helpful if they remembered you, like the red ones did. Yes, most helpful. Yes, in Pikmin 1, there were 3 types of Pikmin. Red Pikmin, yellow Pikmin, and a third type, which we'll see later on. And, yellow Pikmin, I'll get into what they do later. But anyway, this enemy is a yellow Wollywog. They're not too bad, though they're kind of annoying, but if you just throw a bunch of purple Pikmin on top of them, you'll be fine. What makes these guys really annoying is most of the time they're in water, and you can't use purple Pikmin in water unless you want to risk them drowning. Since, like I said, purple Pikmin aren't resistant to anything. But anyways, while I explore this area, I think I'm going to tell a little story. So, these are skitter leaves. They're kind of useless. Oh, in this cave right here, I'm going to try to get to it today, but no promises. Your goal as of now is basically to try to get to the yellow Pikmin. But anyways, while I play through and you guys watch, I'm gonna tell a little story. Okay, so on I believe it was Saturday, me and my family were going off to a bunch of different places, and we went to Best Buy. And so, while we were at Best Buy, well, we were dropping my sister's laptop off, and we also got a few things. Like, I got an iTunes gift card since I've been needing some money. And so, when we left, we were about to drive out, but there was like a bunch of people in front of where my dad was driving, and they were having like this huge argument over something. We're actually not sure what was going on, but by the sound of it, I guess this one girl almost like hit this one guy's kids when they were driving, and they're having a big argument. And so my dad parked in a different area so we could just kind of watch the fight. Since, it's not every day you see like a bunch of people fighting. The only thing that stunk though was that it wasn't much of a fight. They got the cops down after a while, and no punches were really thrown, unfortunately. But we were watching, expecting something to happen, but nothing really that special happened, unfortunately. Crap, I'm gonna lose some Pikmin. I can already tell. Holy crap, did they all survive? Man, lucky me. But yeah, just a small little story. I mean, I know it's nothing too major. But yeah, they got like some cops down. Let me just say, those were some... Actually, never mind. But we were waiting for someone to throw a punch. So it was a bit disappointing when nothing happened. Oh well. Okay, so, now what you want to do right here, after killing that Wollywog, just to kind of get it out of the way, there's this, scale here. And what you're going to want to do, bring red Pikmin. Try not to make them drown. Like the idiots they are. Now, you just need red Pikmin, I think. I don't think you need any other kind. At least I'm not going to bring any other kind. I don't like these scales. This is one of my least favorite mechanics of the game, I think. They become kind of a pain. Oh, okay, here's a new enemy. This is called a swooping snitch bug. It will grab your Pikmin and then it'll like try to bury them underground, so you have to pluck them again. They don't hurt Pikmin, but it does get kind of annoying for them to be grabbing Pikmin and all that. Just throw Pikmin up at him, knock him down, hit him, he'll be fine. Anyways, I'm gonna have Louie throw some more Pikmin up to Olimar. There's not much Louie can really do. So yeah, just gonna let him throw all these Pikmin up here. This thing's kinda lagging. Okay. Now that's done. This is really annoying. Not looking forward to this. Here's what you need to do. See this enemy here? This is called a fiery Bulblax. It's like a normal red Bulborb, only it's on fire, which means you're gonna need to use red Pikmin to attack. So, YOLO. Oh my gosh, no Pikmin died, surprisingly. Usually I have a bunch of Pikmin die. Lucky me. Okay, so now, I'm gonna immediately get my white Pikmin on this poison gate, and then once I break down that gate, be able to get to the yellow Pikmin and find out, and I'll let you guys know what the yellow Pikmin's special traits are. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take out the swooping snitch bug and just kind of destroy a bunch of stuff in this area. Everyone gain up on it. The swooping snitch bugs are usually pretty easy. It just depends on where they are, really. I hear the fiery blowhog. I feel like any enemy in this game is just easy if you use purple Pikmin. Purple Pikmin are a bit OP in a way, but, you know, they give them to you for a reason, I think. I mean, why wouldn't you use them? What is this? A strange mold-like botanical entity, try saying that 5 times fast, has spread across the ground here. It just looks like a big spider turd or something. I guess all my Pikmin take that down. Shouldn't take too long, I hope. But when you uncover this, these plants grow in. And really, I haven't explained these plants at all. I'm surprised. I was watching through my other parts and I'm like, man, why didn't I get those plants? Oh crap, okay. I think on this other side of this bridge, are shearwigs. So, keep an eye on your Pikmin, because shearwigs are kind of annoying. But anyway, as far as these plants go, these plants eventually sprout fruit. You can use that fruit to get, one of two different types of potions. It depends on what color the fruit is. If it's red, it's one potion. If it's purple, it's another potion. I'll explain what the potions do later, but they are very useful. And if you still have a good amount of time left in the day and you have nothing else to do, and you have plenty of Pikmin, then I highly suggest you get potions. See, it's sprouting some. Oh, but these enemies, I forgot what these enemies are called. They'll eat them. Oh, they're purple. Okay. I think the red potions are more useful. One thing that annoys me about this game is it lags a lot. Anyway, here's shearwigs. They're not too annoying, but more annoying than other enemies. Some enemies are just extremely easy. As long as you swarm them, you should be fine. A blue pellet? Okay, well, what should I do? I know what I'll do. I'll have Louie, I guess? I heard a noise. Does that mean I heard like a good noise? If you hear a noise that goes like doo-doo-doo-doo, I can't mimic it very well. But if you hear this like special little noise, that's hard to describe it. It basically means that your Pikmin are done doing something. Yep, the white Pikmin are done bringing down the gate. But anyways, okay. So call these Pikmin here. And here we go. Let's discover yellow Pikmin. Huh. There's some electricity coming from him. And they have ears. The red Pikmin, if you haven't noticed, they have big noses. The yellow Pikmin have climbed down the tree and are staring in this direction. They appear to like high places and seem to be quite light. They also have very large ears. If I had named them that, they would be called ear Pikmin, but I'll use the name Olimar gave them. You mean yellow Pikmin? What's the big deal about that? My static electricity sensors are reacting violently. What could this mean? That is electronic or something. Anyways, yellow Pikmin, yay! Okay, yellow Pikmin, they're pretty cool. Okay, there's two different purposes of yellow Pikmin, two different special things. First thing, if you notice when I threw them, it's thrown much higher than normal Pikmin. So if there's an item on a high ledge that you want to get, you can easily get it by using yellow Pikmin. No, don't make it go to the red Pikmin. Stupid white Pikmin wanting to give the reds all the fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Not the reds! Okay. Okay. And the other thing yellow Pikmin can do is, not only can they, be thrown higher, but they can also, they're also electric. So, electricity doesn't hurt them, which is a very good thing, because, electricity wasn't in the first Pikmin game, and, but electricity in this game, it can instantly kill a Pikmin. If a Pikmin, like, touches fire or poison, you can just whistle them and they'll be fine. Now with electricity, Pikmin touches electricity, it's done. It's dead. Oh, also a good thing to do is to take this fiery Bulblax and carry it to the yellow onion. Okay. Darn white Pikmin. I hate the fact that they are so... They insist so much on carrying things back to the red onion. I have a good amount of red Pikmin. Really, you don't need too many red Pikmin in this game? Not as many, at least. In fact, I think I'll put some away, just so I can get some more, yellow Pikmin out. Since, for the next dungeon I'm gonna be going to, you're gonna want a good amount of yellow Pikmin. Should I do the dungeon in this part? Yeah, I suppose so. For later on dungeons that get really long, I'm gonna have to probably make it into 2 parts, so the videos don't get too long. I'm gonna take out any other yellow Pikmin I have. There I have 25 yellow Pikmin. Not bad. I'll take 25, that's not too bad. Okay, well, game's rushing me. Gosh, be patient, game. Okay. Well, one treasure you can quickly get is this thing up here. You can get it with yellow Pikmin. Well, some of these yellow Pikmin are being retarded. Won't grab onto it. Crap, no, 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 no. Already? Okay, well, all the Pikmin are safe, at least. Jeez, what the heck? Ugh. Dang it. Where's Olimar? Figured I might as well regroup with him. Where is he? Oh. Louis, over here. Oh well. Dang it. I got the worst theme you can get. At the end of the day, there are 3 different themes you can get. One theme is if you get no treasures, which is the theme I just got. One theme is if you get one is if you get less than 15 treasures, and one theme is if you get 15 or more treasures. As far as getting 15 treasures, there will be some dungeons later on that have a lot of treasures. And no Pikmin deaths. I got really lucky on that Wallywog. Olimar, terrible news. I thought I went to Happy Hogatate Savings and Loan, but it seems my loan came from the shop next door. All devouring black hole loan sharks. Oops. President, you messed up. Yeah, F that up. Actually, though, now that I think about it, I don't need to go back to the Perplexing Pool. Really, after you get the yellow Pikmin, what most people do is they get the yellow Pikmin at the Perplexing Pool and they go to the dungeon I was going to go to. I'll go to the dungeon now. Cave, dungeon, whatever. I've noticed how I've switched between calling it dungeon and cave many times. I apologize for that. I'm pretty sure they're actually called caves, but I accidentally call them dungeons often. I think I'll take 30 yellow Pikmin. They're all leaves. I'll take all my purples, or just 20. Actually, no, I'll just take all of them. No sense in leaving 4 of them out on the action. Okay. And maybe I'll just take all my yellow Pikmin and then I'll make the rest red. There. Okay, I think it's a pretty good distribution. Now, first things first, I think I'll just leave Louis here with the rest of the Pikmin. Purple, get out of here. I'll take some yellows, or all of them. And I'm gonna get that treasure that I was going to get last time. But I couldn't get it last time since my yellow Pikmin were being stupid. And they're still being stupid, it looks like. There. Okay. After this, I'm gonna head to the next dungeon. Oh yeah, go ahead, dig at the rocks. Rocks have nectar in them, as you see right here. Ah, even more nectar that I don't really need. Well, I could flower these guys up, but I don't feel like it. Okay, well, once the Pikmin bring that back, I'll whistle them up, and I'll head to the cave. Now, you're going to be spending most of your time in this game on caves, just to let you know. So if you don't like the caves of this game, you're going to be in for one rough game. Because, like I've mentioned in previous parts, there are 14 caves. And I've been through 3. And those 3 were really easy. I think this is the point where the caves start to get more difficult. Looks like a bottle opener. Impediment Scourge. Okay, anyways. Let's head on to the cave. Gotta go slowly from it purples. Okay. Do I have enough time to do all of the cave in this part? Maybe. My sensors are giving out foreboding signals. These signals could very well mean that this hole is filled with wretched, nasty bugs. Vicious, program-terminating bugs. Ew, I hate bugs. Anyways, here we go. The Citadel of Spiders. This has fire and electricity. Whee! Alright, so... Citadel of Spiders. Sub-level 1. Now, I think this is the point in the game where the caves start to get a little difficult. Now, you don't have to go to the Citadel of Spiders next, but what most people do is they head to the Citadel of Spiders after they get yellow Pikmin. It's what most people do. You don't have to, like I said, but that's just what most people do. That's what I'm gonna do. Now, the Citadel of Spiders, this dungeon isn't too hard, but it's a step up from other dungeons. I had a bit of trouble with this dungeon when I first played through this game, but you shouldn't, don't worry about too much. It's not too bad of a dungeon. But after this dungeon, your options for easy dungeons are a bit limited. Oh crap, Olimar, don't get stuck. Okay, so, recommendations for this cave. Bring a lot of yellow Pikmin. A lot of yellow Pikmin. If you have a low amount of yellow Pikmin, don't go into this dungeon. Because, yeah, you need it. What the freak? What are you doing bringing crap back that I didn't ask you to? Yeah, most enemies in this dungeon, it seems like, they're small enemies. For smaller enemies, just swarm them and you'll be fine. But caves later on get very long and very difficult. So be prepared, people. Not much else to say. Not much to say about this dungeon. Just kind of a meh dungeon. Pretty easy. Love Nugget. But, then, I'm not sure if I'll do this, but what most people do after this dungeon is they head to the Awakening Wood. And, with good reason. I think that is going to be what I'm doing after I defeat this cave, is, heading back to the, Awakening Wood. Because, in the Awakening Wood, houses the last type of Pikmin, and you need yellow Pikmin to get to that Pikmin type, because, oh crap, yellow Wollywog. Dang it. Destroy the fire barrier. Oh. Yellow Pikmin, you wuss. Pansy. Oh, jeez. Okay. You need to die, sir. Okay, we're gonna be seeing some new enemies here now. Fiery dweevils. Not too bad. I'm gonna take care of this Wollywog real quick. Yeah, Wollywogs are not fun. Not fun. And these are fiery dweevils. What's annoying about these guys is they love to carry things. See, this dweevil just like picked up the bottle cap I was gonna take. And as for it's called a fiery dweevil, obviously, because they can shoot fire at you. Isn't that fun? They can shake off Pikmin and then sprout some fire. And there are also different types of dweevils later on that can spray other things at you. There's one particular type of dweevil that is very annoying. Very, very annoying. Also, for these fire barriers, I don't worry about them too much. I just kind of swarm them with Pikmin, since fire doesn't right away kill Pikmin. Oh, whoops. Pick the lipstick up. Dang it. This is the one thing that stinks about not doing a part with like Tanner or Nick. I don't know what to talk about. Oh, this is a pretty cool name. Lip Service. Huh. I get it. Trying to think of like, are there any other tips? Well, other than the boss, I can't think of many other tips. And I won't go over tips for the boss until I actually get to it. Oh, these walls I'm breaking down right now? The walls can be either black or white. And black ones are more difficult to destroy than white ones. Okay, been going for 28 minutes. Oh, there's one more treasure. Oh man, that's one thing about this game. This game likes to drop things on top of you. Like right there you saw, it just dropped nectar on me all of a sudden. Yeah, in later caves, that becomes very common for a dungeon to just all of a sudden just drop something on you. Sometimes it can be nectar, enemies, bombs. So, most of the time it's kind of a bad thing. They especially are common when you're digging up items and breaking open eggs. If you're about to break open an egg or dig up an item, be careful. Because you never know what's going to be inside. Like, this egg, I'm actually going to ignore it. Oh, okay, here's an Here's an enemy that's actually pretty easy. This is called an Anoid Or no. Anoid beetle? Yeah, Anoid beetle. These enemies aren't bad, really. The only way Anoid beetles can attack you is if they're near another Anoid Dweevil. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Queen Candy Pop Bud. That's not too useful right now. But what Queen Candy Pop Buds do is if you throw a Pikmin in, for example, I'm going to throw a red Pikmin in there, it sprouts it out. However, if you throw just one Pikmin in, it'll give you like either 5 or 10, I think it's 10, of that type of Pikmin, which is really nice and useful. So, yeah. Oh, right here, Anoid Dweevils. Anoid Beetles, not Dweevils. That's an enemy later on. Oh man, this is kind of a dangerous area to be in, actually. Because like I said, electricity instantly kills Pikmin. So if my Pikmin were to get hit by the electricity these guys are putting off, they would, all die except for the yellow Pikmin. But Anoid Dweevils are beetles! Anoid beetles. Pretty easy to kill. Just throw one Pikmin on top of them, they'll fall over, and you can just swarm them from there. I just lost a Pikmin, actually. I think it was a red. It must have touched the Anoid beetle. Yeah, I said it that time. I keep wanting to call them Anoid Dweevils because there is an enemy later on called an Anoid Dweevil. It's similar to the Fiery Dweevil, only it spits electricity out on you instead. A swooping snitch bug. Later on, we'll be meeting another type of snitch bug that is also pretty annoying. It's called a bumbling snitch bug, and I'll go over it later. Have my Pikmin take this thing. Minions, take this can of chestnuts, water chestnuts, to my office. Die! It's like, dang! Oh, okay. Persistent, man. What's back here? Egg? Don't care. I don't care. Water chestnuts. I've never had a chestnut before. Patience tester. I guess chestnuts are very good. I've had cashews. I love cashews. Now, where's the other treasure? I thought that was the only treasure. Oh, my radar says I'm getting close. I'm getting far. Oh, must be buried. I can always count on my whites. And, I do like the fact that if Pikmin aren't in your squad and you move on to another floor, another sub-level, your Pikmin automatically warp to you. I love that because it'd be very annoying if that wasn't the case. Because then I'd have to walk all the way back over there, whistle my Pikmin, walk back over here. It's just a pain. Or at least it would be a pain if I had to do it. 100 Pokos Memorial Show. Okay. As far as time, going for 34.5 minutes about. And I'm only halfway through the cave since there are 7 sub-levels. So I think the best thing to do would be save this sub-level and the rest for next part. Question is, do I want to record it right now or do I want to wait? I think I'll record it later. I think you guys gotten a good treat, I hope. So, in the next part, I will finish up the Citadel of Spiders, and I'll probably do a bit more in the Perplexing Pool as well. See you guys then!